Right.
We've had a good bit of practices so far. What impresses you about the team?
I like our versatility, and I like the influx of new kids we've brought in. I think we did a good job recruiting our needs. When you're losing Laia Flores, bringing in two kids like Elise Benzan with a wealth of international experience, and Sydney Harvey had a really good summer, and I'm excited about those two guys. And then you had a really good front line returning with Alyssa Rader and Shay Leverett and Tamara Henshaw, but then you had another freshman down there, and Beatrice Jordan, that I think is going to be an immediate impact. But Alyssa Rader has had a very good camp as well. Of course, the two guys in Locks and Ferreira, they're going to garner a lot of the attention, and deservingly so, because of what they've done here in their career. But when you got two seniors like that, I'm really excited.
Maria was generally your number 2 scorer. Do you have people that you think can slot right in? Laura maybe scores a little more.
Yeah, I think, and that's what we talked to Laura about. She's that's what we anticipate her taking that next step. Instead of being that 9 through 12 point per game person, she's got to be somewhere up there around that 17, 18 point per game range, which I think she can. I think collectively we're going to start her at the wing. Raider down there at the 4, I think gives us some very good options. And right now we gotta get Pads Agena and Michaela Kessler ready to contribute. Now yesterday we just got Rosentali back. It was the first day of practice. I like her added length and versatility where she can play. She can be a big wing and also a stretch forward.
Beatrice, did I pronounce her name correctly?
Yeah.
Just for those of us who haven't seen her play, what's her game like?
Well, I think she can step out and knock down a 15, 17 footer. She can play with the back to the basket. She's a very good passer. And she's played in a lot of games. We played in that top division in Portugal as a young guy, and then the summer that she had U20 A division, and the amount of experience, and who she went up against, and her stats. That was a kid that we recruited for a long time, and Michelle did a great job with her. We're excited she's here.
You guys played Ohio State last year in the league part of the schedule. Did you intentionally want to start off with them, or is that just how it felt?
Just worked out that way. Right now we have a very hard time getting games. I'm thankful for the people that we've done the home situations with, because for us and where our program's at, we got to be challenged in November, December, and we take pride in that. So we want to get a good 3-4 home and homes against top tier schools. We're talking about top 30 RPI programs, and then you're going to get 3-4 games in an exempt tournament every year that you're going to be challenged there, and then another tournament. So if you can get 9 of your 13, 14 non-conference games against top 50, top 60 schools, your strength of schedule RPI is going to be pretty good.
You've got a younger team this year, but you still have a veteran in Kitty Alaksa who has all this international experience. How big is it still having someone like her?
Well, I think when you lose two kids like Laia and Maria that really embrace a process, they started their junior, senior year, and were a big part of what we did. But then again, being young and adding 2 quality point guards like we did, and then Sydney is also versatile that she can play the combo spot as well. And, it just comes down to recruiting and making the kids in our program better. And Shay Leverett coming off the injury, it looks like she hasn't even missed a set. And then you got Rader and Henshaw back there. So, and that's what really good programs do. The thing continues and the show goes on. and year after year. You do that by developing your kids within your program and by continuing to recruit high-level student athletes.
Kids like Maria and Laya who wait their turn, trust the process, persevere, are those kids kind of becoming endangered more and more?
Yeah, I think we live in a society now, with you got the whole new NCAA portal stuff and the recommendations by kids and the immediate transfer and all that stuff. We live in a microwave society. All these guys want everything now. They don't want to work for stuff. And sometimes they don't see the forest through the trees. They listen to the wrong folks. But again, college is about preparing student athletes for the real world. And what happens when kids get in the real world and adversity hits? Are you going to get up and just walk out of your job? So I don't think we're, with all this stuff, we're preparing kids for the real world. Same thing with the whole APR and the penalties and all that stuff. Well, guess what? In the real world, you don't do your job, you're getting fired. Well, kids right now get a full-time scholarship. We pay for their apartment, their meals, cost of attendance. But if kids don't do their job, our basketball program gets penalized. And then they come back, well, you recruited them. Well, the same thing in the real world. You hire folks. In businesses, Fortune 500 companies, athletic departments, people don't do your job, you're getting fired. So I can go on and on by this nonsense that's going on now. But that's okay. You know what? People don't want to be here, they can go elsewhere.
Back on the court, tell us a little bit about your two freshman point guards.
I think they bring a different pace. Pinzan's had a lot of international experience as far as in the half-court setting. She understands middle pick and roll, side pick and roll situations. Where, I think we can go at two different paces. Harvey's a different type. She's more downhill, can get to the basket. What I've been impressed with her is how hard she's worked on her perimeter game and shooting the ball. But I think those two guys can shoot it, they can get to the rim, but at the same time, as a point guard, you got post guys that can rim run, and you're not going to make many mistakes having Loxa and Ferreira on one wing. Get those two guys the ball,
Yeah.
And if those guys are covered, get to the rim. If people are laying off you, shoot the ball. So I like what both of them can do.
3 years ago, Kitty Loxa was the youngest player on the team. Now she's, veteran here. Talk a little bit about her growth and development.
Laura Ferreira started as a freshman. Kitty Loxa started as a freshman. It's very hard. Both those kids had so much experience. If you look at our program, and you ask that question sometimes, you got to wait your turn. Maria Jesperson had to play in back of Alicia Jenkins. Laya Flores had Shalithia Stringfield and a bunch of other guys. Courtney Williams is arguably probably our best kid that's ever played here, right?
She had to wait a while.
She didn't start her freshman year. She had Andrea Smith and Ingo Orkova, both guys that got drafted, and I believe it took her to her sophomore year.
7 games in.
Yeah, so it happens. But when you have a really, really good program, that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? But, hey.
Is there something other than don't let one of the bench players come off and go unconscious from the Buffalo game that happened that you want to try and...
Oh, you're bringing it. Why? You know what? I'm having a great day. Derek, you're bringing up the Australian that came off the bench. And, hey, but you know what? In the NCAA tournament, that's what happens. You look what happened on the men's side. And when you go NCAA tournament and there's one game online and your last game can be the one that you play, you're going to have great individual performances, and that's what happened.
All right, guys.
Cool.
We're good?
Thank you.